The Dallas Cowboys, in my opinion, are in a very, very odd situation when it comes to the NFL, free agency, the draft, expectations going to next season. And for a team that was the number two seed last year in the NFC, and basically a solid team going 12-5 for the last three seasons, a lot of people in the media and a lot of people like me, like fans in the NFL, are having a lot of questions about this franchise. And in my opinion, I think the Dallas Cowboys could be one of those weird teams where they can be really, really good or really, really bad or just mediocre. I mean, obviously, those are the only three options for a team, right? You're either mediocre, you're really bad, or you're really good. But the Cowboys, to me, are like a team that's never going to be really, really bad, but they're not ever going to get over the hump and going to the playoffs. And the problem with that is because they drafted really well with obviously Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, Trevor Diggs, and a lot of other players on the team. And yeah, at a point in time, you're going to have to pay all of them, right? So the Dallas Cowboys are in a sticky situation. Well, we're going to get right into that video. Without further ado, please like, please subscribe. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. So yeah, Dak Prescott. Let me start with Dak Prescott here. I think Dak Prescott, in my opinion, is probably one of the most underappreciated and undervalued players I've ever seen in my life when it comes to the game of football and when it comes to the quarterback position. I feel like Dak Prescott gets a lot of heat because he's on the Dallas Cowboys and he's the Dallas Cowboys quarterback, but he's very, very talented as a player. I mean, dude went 36 touchdowns last season, 9 interceptions, 105.9 rating, and a 4,516 yards. Had an MVP season. In my opinion, Dak Prescott should have won MVP, not Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar Jackson only won that MVP last year because of his team, and basically he had the best record in football. But if you look at stats, Dak had the best stats, like literally the best stats in the league. I think Dak Prescott should have won MVP last year. It's just a really, really bad that he didn't win it last year. And if you look at the season before, he only had 2,860 yards. Obviously, he missed some time. He had 23 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. But going from last year being um like crazy on, like, he got bashed on for leading the league in interceptions, to going this year cutting down the interceptions by six and leading the league in touchdowns is just amazing to me, right? It's just actually amazing to me. The bounce back is just crazy for Dak Prescott. And now the question is, what does Dak Prescott deserve when it comes to money, right? We just saw Jordan Love make a lot of money just off of one half of a season, which again, terrible by the Green Bay Packers. I don't know what are they thinking. After one half of a season, you can be the highest paid quarterback in the league. Just makes zero sense. We'll get to that in another video. But Trevor Lawrence, also another quarterback that's not performed really well, had Gardner Minshew stats, is the second highest quarterback in the league. Obviously, Joe Burrow, he deserves the money. Went to the Super Bowl. But they're getting $55 million. And if I'm Dak Prescott, I'm not signing a contract with the Dallas Cowboys unless it's $60 million. I need to reset the quarterback market if I'm Dak Prescott. I have shown that I am a better quarterback than Jordan Love. I've shown that I'm a better quarterback than um like, if I'm Dak Prescott, obviously, like, if like he thinks I think Dak Prescott is better than Jordan Love. I think he's better than Trevor Lawrence. And look, obviously, his shortcomings in the playoffs, that is a factor. But again, he is probably one of the most consistent quarterbacks you're going to see. 12-5 seasons, uh, 3 years in a row. Obviously, they did not get past the second round. Only one playoff win to show for it in the last 3 years. But again, I think quarterback is probably one of the hardest positions to find. So I definitely think that Dak Prescott should get the bag for $60 million. So now, if the Cowboys decide to pay Dak, you have to decide whether to pay CeeDee Lamb or Micah Parsons, right? Micah Parsons, in my opinion, one of the most generational uh, linebackers in the league, and I think he probably should get paid. Like he's only in his third year. He's about to be in the fourth year. You can probably accept his fifth-year option. I think you pay CeeDee Lamb, and then you have to pay Micah Parsons after that. Like, I feel like you have to pay CeeDee Lamb because if Dak Prescott's going to have a good season, it's going to be with CeeDee Lamb, and CeeDee Lamb is already rumored to get the second most receiver money in NFL history. So he's gonna be right below Justin Jefferson when it comes to money. And in my opinion, CeeDee Lamb deserves it. He might even deserve more than Justin Jefferson. We don't even know. But I think the season that CeeDee Lamb had last year, like 1,700 yards receiving, like really, really good for CeeDee Lamb last year. And I think Dak Prescott really benefited for them. And I think that duo is really, really good. I think Micah Parsons also really carries the defense for the Cowboys when it comes to the edge rusher position. So again, the Cowboys are in a weird situation because they have to find a way to pay all these all these positions. But I feel like Jerry Jones, I just don't understand where he's going at because free agency, you didn't really do anything free agency. You didn't really draft the best. You didn't draft a running back. You got Ezekiel Elliott back. You didn't draft any single running back in the draft because running back was a huge problem for the Cowboys. I just don't understand where he's going from. Like I don't understand what uh CD Lamb. Sorry, I don't know what um Jerry Jones is doing. But I think the Cowboys could be dangerous next year if everyone is healthy. But again, the problem is going to be the issues in the playoffs. Can they overcome the hump? Can they be a great team in the playoffs? That's my biggest concern for the Cowboys. I think Dak Prescott, you need to play better in the playoffs. That's something. If you're gonna hold out and you want that bag from the Cowboys, especially from the Cowboys, you need to go out there and ball, and you have to go out there and make them to the NFC Championship next year. I think for Dak Prescott, it's NFC Championship or bust for him to be in the Dallas Cowboys uniform. Regardless, Dak Prescott is going to get his money. He's going to get $60 million. If he wants it from the Dallas Cowboys, he needs to go to the NFC Championship. And then another thing with Dak Prescott, right? Another thing with the Cowboys with the quarterback position is you don't have another option. Like when it comes to Dak, like without Dak Prescott, like do you go with Trey Lance? I mean, I've heard a lot of reports that Trey Lance has been awful during training camp. Cooper Rush is not going to be your solution. Do you really go and draft a rookie quarterback? Like, do you really want to restart? If you draft a rookie quarterback, you're in the rebuild. That means you have to go trade CeeDee Lamb. You have to trade Trevor Diggs. You have to trade a lot of players and rebuild. That's another option the Dallas Cowboys can go. But I think that Jerry Jones wants to go all in. That's what he said, quote unquote, all in. He's basically done nothing to go all in. He just thinks that this team is going to ride and win the championship, which I don't think it's going to happen if they don't make any moves, which they haven't. But again, can they? Can I see the Dallas Cowboys go to the NFC Championship? Can I see them winning the NFC East? Yeah, obviously I can. Obviously, the NFC East has not won consecutive years in like 20 years, but I can see the Dallas Cowboys be serious contenders. I just need to see Dak Prescott fully healthy. I need Trevor Diggs fully healthy. I need CeeDee Lamb healthy. I need everyone on the team healthy, and maybe they can make a push, and maybe they can go and be a scary team. Y'all know. Let me know in the comments. Who do you guys think the Dallas Cowboys should pay? Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, or Micah Parsons? Y'all know me in the comments. It's been your boy Slashing, and I am out. Peace.